Welcome to Sketched Out. I'm Cole Clayton, one half of the co-hosts, or I still don't know how to word whatever we're trying to do here. I am with my very good buddy, Kyle Petrila, and I am never going to get used to saying his name correctly. I always want to say it wrong. And I've known him almost a year now. And with us, we have Cleveland's very own Melissa Logsdon. Did I say that correctly? Okay,
Logsdon, yeah.
I'm nailing it tonight. Hell yeah! How are you doing, Melissa?
I am great. I'm so excited to be here. I'm just like overwhelmed with such like enthusiasm to be here.
You're really selling it.
Yeah. And I want you guys to know I don't do a lot of these live things, but people do, and like you're not supposed to wear pants, but I have pants on, so I want.
Why did you do that? That's against the rules.
Like, yeah, I know.
She's going live from Starbucks, but you know.
Live from Starbucks.
So not to start off by disappointing people, but
that's how we do it.
Yeah,
also, I just want to say too, not to take up the whole conversation, but by the end of this thing, because I don't know how long this lasts, but by the end of this, my goal is to give every person on here my phone number, and I want everyone to save it in their phone as Milk, because I'm about to get everyone the D. I'm about to give everyone the D. And yes, I stole that from someone online that said it. So
I'm pretty sure I was the one who said that. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was one of my tweets. But
I like to brag about my D on stage a lot, and like I'm always talking about my big schlong, my big penis.
Okay, so go ahead and tell us about that. Like, how did you get into comedy?
I got into comedy by doing just writing funny scripts and filming them with my friends and stuff. And I shouldn't say friends, they're comedians and writers and everything too. But yeah, that's how I got into it. Just because I don't know. I think it was just meant to be. Like, I never was growing up said I want to be like Tina Fey, or you know what I mean? I want to be on SNL, or I want to be a comedian, or I never ever said anything like that. So I think it was just something that was meant to be. I did grow up as an avid reader. So like I read a lot and I just love a good story. Like, you know what I mean? Taking people away into different like situations and stuff. So
it sounds like you kind of prefer sketch comedy more than anything. Because you're mostly a stand-up comic now, right?
Yeah.
It's not what I prefer to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you there. Like,
yeah, it's not the funnest thing.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I mean, because because you got to be on and popping, and you know,
you go to stuff, and that's not a thing that I like to do personally. Go places.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not like a night owl. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party.
Jesus, you're in the wrong industry.
Right. You know what I mean? I'm not single. I'm not like, I feel like none of the boxes are checked for me to
That's a hard thing to do when you're in a relationship. Like, majority of my stand-up career was while I was like married. And then, like I went through my divorce. And because we weren't married, we had a child and stuff. So like when we separated, that's kind of when I was like, I don't really want to do stand up anymore. I just think I just wanted out of the house.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So you get it, okay?
Yeah.
You're like, I used to hate my apartment, but then I realized there was just a woman in it.
Yeah, there was just somebody else there. Like,
yeah, I feel you. That's why I don't like time.
How long have you been doing like comedy as a whole, sketches and stand up and everything?
Yeah, I probably started it back in, I want to say it was like 2008.
Okay.
Is when I decided to, and it was funny because the whole launch of it was actually I had went to the Cleveland I don't know if it was comedy festival or film festival, something going on down in Cleveland. And I went with a friend of mine. We had been I met her in an independent film that we worked on together, AKA porn. And kidding, that was a joke. Anyway, should I eat the banana? Should I do the banana now or? Anyway,
I was gonna start Googling.
What do you mean by do the banana?
No. But anyway, I met a guy there, literally by chance. He was walking out the door, we were walking in, and my friend was like, hey, and we found out he's a comedian from New Orleans, and he had just moved here and was looking for somebody to, collaborate with. So we got together and started writing and shooting, and that's kind of what launched the whole thing, so yeah.
Now, okay, so can you name names? Who was it?
So his name is Sebastian Fort. He was my first ever writing partner.
Okay.
Amazing guy. He's back in New Orleans doing comedy, so definitely look him up.
I will. My mom's from New Orleans, so I'm familiar with the area pretty much. So I probably will end up bumping into him at some point.
Right. So so that was him, and and we actually we're out in LA working on a pilot years and years ago. And I consulted on the script. He wrote it. So what we would do is we would each write scripts, send them to each other, consult on them, and then my script was mine, his was his, and then we would shoot them. We'd scrape money together to get because I knew a lot of camera guys because I used to work in public television, and so we would just scrape together money and try to pay these guys to shoot and edit stuff for us, and yeah, it's cool.
That's what's up. And are you still writing scripts and whatnot, or are you just like?
Yeah, I've written a couple scripts. I actually was in a writing class at the Imposters Theater. I think it was about a year or so ago. I took a sketch writing class, which I've taken a lot of writing classes. Am I in? No. I've taken a lot of writing classes over the years, and I feel like I'm up. Okay. Anyway, I have scripts that I've written over the past couple of years. I haven't done anything with them, but yeah, they're SNL type sketches. Your basic 4 to 5 minute, scripts. So yeah.
Yeah, I dig that. I've always wanted to get into writing whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's inspiring if you ask me. So well, that's whatnot. If I can figure out how to work my computer real quick, maybe I can play one of your sketches in just a second.
Well, figures that out. Anyways, see, one thing I always had a problem. I don't know if this resonates with you, but with sketch comedy and stuff like that, it's just like it's usually I usually write stuff that's like super current, but then like if you don't shoot it right away, then it expires. And so, do you have like issues with that? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing with like stand up, because you always want to be like in the moment with stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? And stuff moves so fast nowadays. But there's a good group of topics and information and stuff like that you can always fall back on or use or whatever, you know what I mean? So
stand-up's kind of the same, but stand-up you can write the joke and tell it that night with a sketch.
I know,
right? To, like pull it all together, film it, and still get it out while it's relevant, like editing and all that shit. So
I know.
I have a problem with that. I don't know. I can get something written, filmed, like improv and everything within like I don't know 2 or 3 hours. It's fucking stand up that to me takes like a year and a day to get down, But I from the TikTok era, I think is what it is, because like everything needs to be 15 seconds or less.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely has some sound going on here. Okay, that's what it is. All right. I think we are ready as soon as I stop being a dumbass.
Mhm.
Well, we don't have time for that shit.
You know what, Kyle?
I could call somebody while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I got it figured out. All right. So let's just switch to the big one. There we go. Is that the one I want? Or is that the one I want? That's the one I want. Okay. And okay, so like, what's the deal here? Obviously, this is Rachel Ray, a parody.
yeah,
So,
right.
is there any like preempting to this? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, huh?
There is actually a story too. So this was Mock Food Network parody show, which was the prequel to the Melissa show, and which was when I really began my like whole like comedy thing of that led me into stand up. But the reason I came up with the Food Network parody show is because I actually thought I was going to work at the Food Network. I'm an amazing self-taught cook, and I actually thought that was going to be my life. And when I got rejected year after year after year after year, literally, like I applied like 8 times, and I actually started getting mad. Like, wait a minute, who do these people think they are? I want to show them. And I just started like impersonating Rachel Ray and Jada and Barefoot Contessa and the Pioneer Woman and Sandra Lee, which I sent you. Like Rachel Ray was one of the most popular ones, just because we're both half Italian, and I have the dark hair and all that, and so yeah, started doing
So
that.
I'm actually really glad you told me that, because every Tuesday with another buddy of mine and Kyle's, I host Hammered and Cheese, which is I was a sous chef for 2 years and a line cook for a grand total of 9 years. So every Tuesday I get drunk and try to not lop my finger off with my knives and make something delicious. So and we're always looking for guests. So if you would like to come on and do that sometime, definitely let me know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I always like to learn new stuff too. We always have our guests come teach me how to cook. So
Well,
you have to office, so.
She's local, so she can actually like come.
And, yeah,
you don't have to do all that. That's fine.
No.
You can stay at your house, like it's remote.
Yeah.
I don't like people that much.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here we go. I'm kind of excited to see this.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel Ray, and I make 30-minute meals. That means the time it takes.
Okay. Play. Is it working? God damn it.
And I make 30-minute meals. That means in the time it takes.
Play.
I don't think you yelling play.
That means in the time it takes you to watch this program, I'll have talked a lot and cooked a little. But seriously.
Why is it 9 seconds?
That maybe I sent like there were some short clips I sent that were just like for TikTok, you like the 10 to 15 second things,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Move over to the other one.
Just to preface, this isn't even the worst technical difficulties we've had on this
We've
show.
had some terrible ones.
I should, I don't know what's wrong with mine, but I wish, all right, here we go. That one's at least a minute.
There was another one, yeah.
With a bowl. Instead of the G,
Why am I not here? I'm getting like weird stuff here. All right. It works one week and then the next week it wants to play.
I came up with a tissue bowl. Instead of the GB, I have a TB, tissue bowl. It's going to be on sale on C or HSN, whichever one of those networks I'm on with all my stuff. So keep an eye out for this. It's a little bit prettier than the GB. Holds all your tissues. Because if you're like me, I sit and watch TV a lot. I mean, because let's face it, there's not a lot to do up here in upstate New York. All right. So anyway. So listen, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to finish filling this apple really fast. I'm just blabbing away here. Okay, so that's good enough. Okay. Oh, look, we didn't even do the other one. Okay. All right. So let's just get this apple peel. I'll just tell you a story while I'm waiting here, while we're waiting for this to get peeled. I'll just tell you a story about that. My husband, John, I think that's his name, but I hardly ever see him. Anyway, he's in a band, and I don't even know if he sings or if he plays an instrument or what he does. Okay. Anyway, clock's ticking. Okay. So there's the apple. Gee, I got more of the peels on the chopping board than in the GB. Hello. Okay. Geez, Rach. Oh,
That's hilarious. So that the reason why that is so funny to me is because I've always had beef with 30-minute meals as a cook. Because I'm like, how the fuck do you make anything other than peanut butter and jelly in that amount of time?
Right. Right. And I've watched a million of her 30-minute meals, and she's just all over the place. She's talking, and then her pot's in the sink overfilling with water. She's, and then she's got the garbage bowl. And I just thought it'd be a fun spin to and she actually gets all her stuff in the garbage bowl, but I thought that was my fun comedic mind spin of, okay, nothing's going to go in the garbage bowl, but she hasn't even, she's not even looking. She's like, peeling the stuff, and it's going everywhere, and it's all over the floor, and
like Rachel Cray.
Yeah.
Be like,
yeah.
Well,
When you're doing a spoof, or an SNL type skit, all that stuff, it's like you have to take it to the next level. Make it as crazy as you
every
can.
single time too.
Everything that's normal, you have to make not normal. You have to you know what I mean. So, but and you have to be very committed to the whole thing about sketches is you got to be committed to the whole thing.
You have to commit to the bit. You have to be you have to oversell it. You have to be that character.
Right.
Get where it's just acting.
Right.
That's really what it is,
And none of these are all improv. These sketches you're watching are improv. I kind of loosely had a script in my mind, but it's pretty much improv. And talk about being committed to the character. This clip that you're going to show, I think, is the Anne Burrell one, maybe. And she had, these women, a lot of them were blonde in real life. I didn't bother to get a wig, or I was just like, whatever. I'm just going to do what I can with what little I have, and they're going to have to just use their imagination, whatever. You know what I mean? So I was
committed. I need a blonde wig. I have one. A little long blonde wig. So
I have many blonde wigs because I've done Anna Nicole Smith, so I've wigged for her. I don't know who else I did my blonde wig for. Now I did send you the clip of the police officer that I do where I have the brown wig, but I do. But at that time, I don't think I had wigs yet, and I just was so eager to just get things filmed. I just was like, whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just gonna work with what I have, and I committed 1,000% to it, and I'm happy with them. I mean, they're low budget, whatever. I might have had 2 viewers or whatever it was, but I was more doing it for myself to see if
you
I
have 9 viewers right now, so we're tripling those numbers, or how I'm not great at math, but
yeah.
For Rachel Ray, did you ever consider before you do it, just smoke an entire carton of cigarettes to get her voice down?
Oh my God, yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry.
All I knew of her was she's just always very talking fast and just very high strung and just very hyper,
We know.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play it then.
Hi, I'm Anne Burrell, Chef Anne Burrell, the Food Network, and this is my mystery basket challenge for this episode. So, this mystery basket arrived at my doorstep this morning, and I'm so hungry right now. So, let's just get going with this, okay? Because I feel all loosey goosey, okay? So, we have a big banana. All right, then on the cutting board. Pretzel, hamburger bun, pretzel, big pretzel. Nice and brown. Brown food is always so good. All right, now, some beautiful, gorgeous orange marmalade. How you doing, cutie? You're so like cute and like loosey-goosey. Orange marmalade. All right. So, first thing is first. What we're going to do is peel this big guy right here. So we're just going to get you all peeled up, you little sexy banana you. Okay, we're going to peel him up. All right, guys, and it's really good to get your potassium in for the day. I always start the day with a big banana. So we're going to put this in our thank you for coming bowl, okay? Now, what we're going to do is grab our big, huge chef knife. This is a big, big knife, and I just love big, big tools in the kitchen. Now, this is a pretty big guy. So what we're going to do is we're not going to need this whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of slice some slices on a diagonal because everybody knows that, like, a chef, that's what a chef does. They slice things on a diagonal. We all learn that in cooking school, no matter if you go to cooking school in Paris or New York, you know, wherever you're going to cooking school. That's what you do. Okay, so that's going to save the rest of that.
This is exactly me drunk every Tuesday, for the record.
And I feel like, and this is Ann Burrell, like she actually retweeted one of my videos and wrote to me and said that she didn't know she talked that way. She didn't know she sounded like that. And I had to tell her, yes, honey, this is what you sound like.
Was she like mad?
No, she was like flattered. Like I probably still have this tweet saved somewhere, you know, like I screenshot and saved them. So I have them somewhere. But yeah.
That is absolutely hilarious and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut that off, but that's 100% me drunk trying to, we're going to do this, but not really because I'm going to break some rules because I'm in my own kitchen, you know, like.
Yeah.
A little snacky snack for me for later on. Okay. So, like, we're just going to split this guy open, and what we're going to do, let me get a knife. All right. Really, really cute orange marmalade. So we're just going to split him open and smear this all over. Okay. So we're just going to, like, not be shy about it, and we're just going to, like, smear this all over. Okay. So, beautiful, beautiful. Got that all spread out. I'm Chef Ann Burrell, by the way. Chef Ann Burrell, the Food Network. Okay, get back on there, buddy. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and arrange the banana slice. And you want to arrange these, again, I hate to keep saying it, but I'm a chef, so we have to arrange these in a certain way. You just can't go throwing them all over the place. So we're going to arrange these in a style that I learned from the best. Okay, so I have these like all arranged, and even though salt is not in my mystery basket, I'm going to go ahead and use it because big salt should go on everything that you cook. And I just want a sprinky dink. Okay, just a little sprinky dink on each one. So we're just going to put a little sprinky dink of salt on each one. All right. Big salt. So, like, that's my mystery basket challenge for this episode. Don't mind the hair. It's supposed to look this way. So anyway, I'm Chef Ann Burrell of the Food Network, and this has been my mystery basket challenge. So we're all finished here. I'm feeling like loosey-goosey, and I'm going to gobble this up because I'm starving. So I'll see you guys next time, all right? Own your kitchen, all right? In the meantime, own it, baby. Own your kitchen. Yeah.
So, how do you feel watching yourself? You have some looks down.
I am just like in disbelief of the risks. Like you're putting your whole self out there when you do these videos, and those, like I say, that was my first foray into like sketch on my own, like just like grabbing the bull by the balls and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I don't care if no one sees it. I don't care if I screw it up. Like I don't care if people see me going to turn the camera off, like whatever. And you know, this was before TikTok and all that other stuff, you know what I mean? And but I put my whole heart and soul into it. Own Your Kitchen, she said when she was leaving, that's the name of her cookbook. That was her cookbook that she had out at the time. But I tried to put every idiosyncrasy I could of these chefs or these cooking personality, TV personalities into that, the character. So
I love it. Because I'm also in Cleveland, Melissa. So if you ever want to do more of those, I will totally dye my hair blonde like a shitty, like
Yeah.
what do you frosted tips and be Guy Fieri
Yes.
as a feature for it, because that is absolutely hilarious. I love
we
the idea.
we definitely gotta do a triple D thing, or is that what it is? Yeah, the triple D. I was gonna say
Triple G, Triple D. He's got them all. Like he's got pretty much every letter locked down now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can roll up in my like shitty 09 Mazda 3 and act like it's me. You acting like I'm Guy Fieri.
Sign me up. Seriously. Like, come on. Are you serious? Yeah.
It's not even a convertible.
I'm so there. Yeah.
No air conditioning.
Yeah. I'm so
That's
there.
They were going to a shithole in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They hit a Denny. So let's see. I got another one to play for you.
I was just thinking about one of my favorite Rachel Ray things was when she was on Iron Chef and they wouldn't let her wear the white coat. She's not a chef. So she's the only one that I've ever seen on that show without a coat or a white coat.
Rachel Ray isn't a chef?
No, she doesn't. She's just a home cook. She has no
I didn't know that.
red
I did not know that at all.
I'm more trained than she is.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, do you have cooking experience?
I went to culinary school.
I didn't know that. I'm learning so much tonight.
For a year.
Why the fuck don't you come on my show then either? Like, you've been on it one time and you didn't even cook anything.
I've been on it like 2 times.
But you didn't cook anything either time. You just shit on my whatever I'm making. You're just like, this looks bad.
That sounds accurate. But no, I don't know. Well, last time I thought I was cooking, but that was Dino, and all you did was like fry fucking cut meat. Like it was like we made sandwiches.
Don't let Dino lead, okay? Not on Hammered and Cheese, at least. Don't let him tell you what's going on. I'm the he's tech. I'm showman, okay? Like ask me what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next one I have Tide to Go Stain Spoof. What is there any pre-empting here, or are we just gonna roll through it?
It's a 30-second commercial made for TV. Me and another writing partner, mine, George Terry, worked at. He was my second writing partner, and we did a lot of stuff together. So we actually submitted this to Tide for a national competition. We didn't get anything, and I thought it was damn good. So there's a part in there, we could talk about it after the video too. There's some fun facts about it, but yeah, it's cool.
I
wrote
this. Tasty Tide Pod.
Yeah, and this is the one that I wrote. This is my script, by the way.
This even works for that. Your next Hammered and Cheese. Anyways, go on.
Jag är det 3. Jag vill se kan man inte på rum. Kan du röra?
How do you like the sauce?
It's kind of good.
I like it. I think Tide had the problem with the knives, probably.
Who knows? Yeah. So I wrote that script. George did all the shooting and the editing. He's amazingly talented at bringing your vision to life. And so I decided that I wanted it in black and white, the whole commercial. But when we went into editing, I told him that I wanted, when I did the knife scene, I wanted the Tide pen to be in color. So I literally sat with him in the editing bay. It took us, I don't know how long to get that pen in color. I mean, we literally sat there and had to take piece. Well, I didn't. He did piece by piece by piece. I mean, it probably took an hour and a half or more to get that, just to get that pen in color.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like watching that whole thing, that people like me, low IQ scores, we'll see that and not even question it. I totally didn't even realize that like
Yeah.
that was in color. Everything else was in black and white, and it went right over my head. It was
Yeah.
great. Don't get me
Oh.
wrong, it was great, but
Yeah.
great cinematography. But it really does go unappreciated, I imagine.
Right.
Good work on that.
All I was thinking is, how the fuck did they do that with? Because I know how
like I said, low IQ people that goes over our head, you know.
No, but I thought I'm like, how did you do the black and white and the color? I'm like, fuck,
And
that would
that was never in the script until we got done shooting it and was talking about. Then we had a meeting about editing and how it was going to come out. And I was giving all my notes on editing because I'm the producer, I'm the writer of this, and it's going to be edited how I want, even though he's doing the editing. I'm giving all the notes. And so that's when I came up with that at that last minute. And so he's like, why don't you come with me into the editing bay for that part of it so we can, make sure or whatever. And yeah, literally like an hour and a half, if not more.
Shit. You know what's fucked up is they probably have like a filter for that now.
Right, because that was 2008 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, some douchebags on Snapchat doing that.
Yeah.
With like the smallest, like, I don't know, he drops a crumb on it and that's got color, but
yeah, don't even get me started on big douchebags on TikTok. Yeah.
I'm one of those douchebags, so
it is like insane that you're talking an hour and a half, and the amount the pen was in it was probably like 8 seconds or something like that.
Right.
Like, and that's like a foray into film as far as I'm concerned. If anybody wants anything, like I remember I was on set for like it was like a 10-hour day roughly.
No, it probably was like 5 hours or something like that.
No, I'm talking about one time I was on set for 10 hours.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And like we filmed all day, one scene, and the end scene was about like 90 seconds tops.
Yeah.
And it took 10 out, and it was like there was like 200 people in the room. It was like this one scene, like they're like, how can an episode cost $3 million? I'm like, fucking fast. Like,
I spent my most time on a set was 88 hours on a set over 6 days. So we had like a lot of 12 and 14-hour days, and I was never seen. I was an extra, background extra. I was never seen. Yeah. Not my finger, nothing, my hair, nothing. Like, nope, I'm non-existent. The whole thing.
That's why I can't get into some of this shit, man. Like stand up, acting, all that. I've always wanted to be an entertainer, but then I realized that it takes up your time, and then it may not even come to fruition, and I would be pissed off. I have a temper, so I'd be like mad the whole day, the whole week.
And it never really bothered me. I mean, because it bothers you a little bit to think, oh, in 88 freaking hours, but I'm nobody in the whole scheme of that thing. I was nobody anyway, so it's like, okay, whatever. But I was so happy to be there every day, just on set and all that stuff,
But you probably also do learn a lot in the beginning. So
I've worked everywhere on a set, on camera talent, behind the scenes, camera, editing, production assistant. Like I've done every job. Hold the boom, do the clicker, I call it. I have a lot of technical terms, so just stick with me. I'll learn you. Yeah.
I love set life, and but like there's like it's funny because you're like, oh, I was never on film. Some people literally like go there and their only goal is to not be on film, because if you're featured, then you can't go back, and so they try not to be featured. But I honestly find it's fairly easy to get featured most of the time, if you really want to. But I also stand out like a sore thumb, so it was there's a
how's an actor?
All right,
I couldn't help myself. Boom, boom. All right, so like, what is this one? So it's this high school drama show number 2.
Yeah, so it's a series that so I met these guys on Facebook, and we began this years-long relationship of working together. So yeah, I just do the voiceover, and I do many different characters in the series. Here I'm playing his mom. So the three of us plus a couple other people in their circle do the voices. I think there's only like 5 of us that do all the voices of all the characters, and so they had the pilot, and then they had, you know, the first episode and the second and the third. I don't remember how many, but so yeah, so I had a lot of fun doing these. I started out in voiceover, so that's my very first love. And so yeah.
You're a regular Robin Williams.
Mm.
Check it out.
Billy, you watch your language, young man, or you'll be grounded from that computer. Now get your butt down here and eat this goddamn meatloaf.
Was that one supposed to be 9 seconds?
Yeah.
Gotcha. We'll play another one. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not. There you go. I don't have any.
Take him in the Jeremy!
Yeah, it's not a PG cartoon. Or not, you know.
Take him in the Jeremy!
I have the parental advisory
to eat
thing up in the corner.
Hitting him to be this, you fucker! You get off that computer right now, you little shit! Yeah!
And that's you? That's your voice?
Yep.
Hell yeah. I love
You
it.
guys sound like Mrs. Brovlovsky from South Park.
So, you did send me one more video that you said was your most recent work, but I could not. I needed access to it because it's through your Google Drive.
Yeah.
So, if anything, we could probably just have you come back on, and you said you were going to do more sketches in the future. And honestly, I'd like to work with you. I love sketch. I do sketches. I've been bad about doing them lately.
Yeah.
But, now that I know there's another cook in Cleveland, you know, I'm definitely down for it.
Yeah.
With that said, I've been trying this new thing at the end of the show where I ask a really dumb question that has nothing to do with anything. So, Melissa, what is a place that you've been to that generally you feel is overrated? Like people love it, but you fucking can't stand it. It could be a grocery store, a city, whatever.
I don't know. Where would it be? Because
Like this show.
what would it be?
Yeah, but I would assume that somebody had some like positive interest in this show.
Probably like I guess like, you know, I call them like the fast food of like the nicer chain sit down restaurants, but like the Applebee's and the Chili's and all those.
They suck, right? Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I've never liked those. They're just shit. Fridays is another one. They closed the Fridays down by me. I live in Mayfield Heights.
Yeah.
And every time I ate there, the food was cold. I was like, what the fuck? They finally closed it down. I was so happy. I've never been so excited to see like a business fail. I was like, yes, I was like cheering it on. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
so I get you there. Where can we find you? And the Twitter's first and the internet, everything.
I do most of my stuff on Instagram. I'm a big Instagram slut. I have a TikTok. I don't like use it a lot. I need to like get better with that. I am on Facebook too, but mostly you'll find me on Instagram.
What is your Instagram?
It's just like at Melissa Logsdon. I think I don't know if there's I think there's an underscore in between. I think. Yeah.
We'll check it. We're definitely gonna check that. I think I follow you, so yeah. If you guys, if you're watching, most of you guys are watching from Twitter right now. Definitely check out Melissa Logsdon,
No.
and
Check it out.
also give her YouTube a subscribe, just like that. Boom. Because I'm fancy like that. I can do it right in front of everybody. Because I don't know. I need the attention.
Stalked.
Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. I finished a lot of things. You don't need a high five every time. Yeah, okay. Do you need to be rewarded every time you finish something? No? Yes? I'll be in there to tuck you in a minute. Parenting. But yeah, with that said, Melissa, thank you for coming on tonight. This was a lot of fun. I found out so much about you. I know we've never really run into each other, weirdly enough. You've been doing comedy longer than I have, and somehow we missed each other.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, right. We live in the same city. You're probably on the west side, like most Cleveland comics. Yeah, see, I'm an east sider, which kind of makes me like a bit of a a scum rat of the city, you know. So
Yeah, you're not one of us. We get it.
yeah,
It's okay.
I'm an east sider, so like
Yeah.
the ghetto over here.
I'm
But
up north. I mean,
yeah, yeah, this guy, he's from Canada. He's worse than I am.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, and definitely, please come back on whenever you have more sketches, and reach out. I would love to do some sketches with you if you're interested. And now that I know you can cook, if you would like to come on and hammer and cheese, I would love that so much. We're always looking for, and that show is way more technically inclined because I'm not in charge of anything. So I have like a real guy in charge of all the technical stuff. So I'm talking way too much.
No, that sounds really good. Yeah, you guys have been great tonight. This has been really fun.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad we were fun because I feel like we're not that fun.
Yeah.
Everybody, check us out every Wednesday. This is Sketched Out, 8:30. Not every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, 8:30. You can check us out next week. You can just see reruns. And every Tuesday, Hammer and Cheese, like I said. And then also every other Monday, I do Last Minute History with another buddy of mine from LA. And I do all kinds of other shit on the weekends. Thank you guys. Peace out.